Imagine as a kid, you didn't have your father around. And you didn't have your father around, not because he didn't want to be around, because your mom was standing in the way of it. Check out what this sister has to say.
All y'all females who be keeping y'all kids away from the baby daddy because he don't want to be with y'all no more and the relationship didn't work out, y'all some 304s and y'all hoes lame in a bitch. If some of you hoes would stop worrying about who your motherfucking baby daddy replace you with, y'all babies would have a father. I'm sorry, somebody gotta say it. And then y'all be the same hoes going around telling everybody that y'all got a deadbeat baby daddy, but in all reality, y'all just upset because y'all not together no more. That's some weak shit. That's some of the weakest shit I've ever seen in my motherfucking life. Being on top of that, have nerves enough to be complaining about how you don't get no free time and how you wore down. Go let the kids go be with their daddy sometime. Maybe you could get a motherfucking break, bitch. And then you weak bitches will fucking tell the kids that your daddy didn't want to have nothing to do with you when you was the one who was really keeping them away from him. I've never been the type of female to tell my kids after I was divorced or anything like that, that now you can't go and be with your daddy. Yes, pack y'all shit, go be with y'all motherfucking daddy. That's my time to get my relaxation time in and to go turn the fuck up and to go be with my other. And then when the kids grow up and they find out it was your dumb, because it's always two sides to the stories, you looking stupid in the bitch. Because now they wondering why the fuck you would let them grow up without a father.
Yes, not every situation where a dad isn't around is always that he didn't want to be around. You see, there are situations where, let's say the dad is around, all of a sudden he disappears. And sometimes the kids think that, oh, because he married his new wife, that and he's not being with me anymore. Let me tell you what a lot of that is. She was cool until you married your wife. And when you married your wife, even your wife wanted to be cool, like with her and say, hey, okay, hey, my husband, has children and that's their mother. And hey, I want to get along with everybody. Instead of them women looking and saying, okay, at least my child father picked a good woman. And so I can definitely trust everything gonna be all good with her and him over there. No, a lot of times they be mad and they will cause you more problems. The moment you get your wife, they'll cause you hella problems. I've been there and done that myself. I got a partner dealing with the same problem right now. I just kind of laughed when he told me about the problems that he's dealing with when he married his wife. I laughed. I said, wow. I said, that's like deja vu all over again. He said, man, and I saw everything you went through too with that whole situation. I peeped a lot. I took a lot of notes at that time period. He said, so some of the stuff that you went through, I make sure I'm not dealing with. I say, hey man, hey, if my life can be an example, so another man don't have to deal with that, then hey, I'm cool with that too. And I told him they be tripping like for nothing. Cause like his wife, like takes his daughter shopping, do the things he needs. Like they don't have kids together, nothing like that. So that's only access to a child that she would have would be his daughter. Cause he only has like one daughter. And the mama mad about it. Mad. Like, what are you mad for? And try to, start mess. But, he had to take her behind the court. So, oh, no, you're not pulling this mess by keeping my kid away from me. Because I told him, don't you ever let them try that mess with you. You take a stand. And let me tell you something about them kids. Them kids grow up. And them kids got questions. And they're going to pull up on you and ask you, hey, man, like, when I was a kid, why you wasn't around? And like she said, it's two sides to every story, bro. It's two sides. And kids are smart. They will figure it out, especially ones that's listening, and they'll put two and two together, and then they'll go ask questions, and then they'll figure out, like, wait a minute, hold on, my dad went around because you was on some BS? So like what me and my dad relationship had to do with you? Just you saw it because he moved on, and you never got a man or whatever. Yeah, you had a little men here and there, but then they wanted to marry your behind. I see why. They didn't want to marry your behind. The best thing you had was my dad. You know what I'm saying? Kids will say that sort of thing. Instead of worrying about their life, wherever that may be. No, they mad about the man moving on with his life. And let me tell you something about that. If a man moves on with his life and get a good woman, then you already know who the problem was. You usually do. And that woman could never get a man no more. She may have a guy, but nobody want to marry her. It never works out for her. You already know who the problem was. And the moment that man got away from that situation, all of a sudden he got peace and met somebody that was 2 times better, probably 10 times better than what he had before. It's just the unfortunate thing is when children are in the mix of that. And that is lame. Them children need to be with their daddy. Period. The dad need to be involved. He needs to be at meetings with the teacher. Them children need to have ample time with their father. And I'm a firm believer, especially if it's a son, he get about 11 years old, he need to go live with his daddy. Because his daddy is the one that got to teach him how to become a man. No woman can teach a boy how to become a man. It's things that boy got to know. From 11, I say maybe about 11, I even may say 10, but definitely 11 on up, he needs to go live with his daddy. If you're a woman that want to be smart about it, and you know the dad is a good man and he got a stable situation, let your son go live with his father and say, hey, I'm doing this so he can learn to be a man because I can't teach him that. Teach that boy how to work. Teach that boy to be a man. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it should be. Now the daughter's okay, stay with the mama. That's okay. Because a man can't teach a daughter how to be a woman. We can't do that as men. So, it's just how, how it is. But if you're trying to keep your child away, that's stupid. That's stupid. And like I said, you're going to get what you deserve with that. Because any woman I've ever seen do that, and the man wasn't a bad, now I get it. The man was a horrible man. He don't take care of children. He's just a criminal. They'll be in bad situations. Listen, it's your job as a parent to protect your child away from that. But we're not talking about that. Anybody in their right mind would understand that. But we're talking about those who keep a child away because you mad that he's moved on with his new lady. You mad that not only the lady probably look better than you, he do more for her. You see it. You see he love her a lot more than he loved Joe behind. And he has a whole lot better life than what he had with you versus his wife. That's what makes you salty too. Some of that. And that's what, and the only thing you can do to really put a damper on his day is through his child. But I'm gonna tell you something about that. That child can grow up, then what? Because time is passing fast. I was looking at a Facebook picture today of my little girl. From this day and this day today in 2014. I'm like, wow, look, time has passed. Time has passed. That little picture of my little girl, now she's in the 6th grade. I'm like, man. And I always say when them kids get in them double-digit years, it really start flying like that. You know what I'm saying? With my other daughters, how they grown. All of them grown. Minus this is my youngest one and last one, right? But time passed by so fast, and they grow up on you, and they're gonna figure you out. And trust me, them kids are so smart. And once them kids figure out you was a problem, you probably get on the no contact list. They call it no contact today. You probably get on the no contact list with them kids, and them kids go more with their father at that point, and they stepmom, and not even mess with you. That's what you're risking. Try it if you want to. But, fellas, any of y'all have dealt with that? You moved on, got married to your wife. You still with your wife to this day and everything when she was been tripping with you and it backfired. Let us know.